The melting pot of coffee-coloured children.
Predicted or dreamt of.
In the 1960s appears to be a reality.
People of mixed heritage are the fastest growing ethnic group in Britain today.
Does it matter?
This short film will explore this question.
The best thing about being mixed heritage is... I actually don't know.
Everybody wants to be my colour. In the Caribbean, they're bleaching themselves. Over here, there's tanning studio. Everyone wants to be my colour. That's the best thing.
The best thing about being mixed heritage to me would be everything. I don't believe there is anything bad about being mixed heritage.
I have to say one of the worst things is other people telling you who you're supposed to be.
I think you get a glimpse at the best of both worlds, but you also see the worst of both worlds.
I don't like the fact that people tend to try to stereotype you. They assume that just because you are mixed heritage, you are one way.
People always thought they knew who I was when they saw my mother, but when they saw me with my dad, I used to get teased quite a lot because he is of Indian heritage, and at the time when I was growing up, being associated with anything from the Indian subcontinent was very negative, so we were always kind of called Paki, and you know, we didn't know that you were one of them.
The only thing I don't like about being mixed heritage is that, especially I found some black African people that have come from Africa don't see you as being black at all. So if you, because I kind of do class myself as black just because how I look, but I know a lot of black people that I know kind of say to me, oh, you're not black, you're just something else. They don't really say what else you are, but they just think that you're not black.
I tried to fit in with the white group kind of thing, and it just didn't work. And I find that when then as I got older, I tried to fit in with the black group, and I found that, especially with the girls, it doesn't, they can be a bit hostile towards you.
Windrush, Caribbean, English fusion. A lot of experimental relationships going on, a lot of different social problems. So no, my parents didn't get it right at all.
Both our parents, yes, they raised stuff about their own culture, but I think the main thing that they gave all of us was an ability to kind of be a bit balanced, you know, about how we view our own culture, its role in society, more importantly, how we interact with others and kind of respect other people's cultures, because we sometimes had to kind of face challenges from both sides of our family on, you know, so for example, my mum's family, you know, kind of challenging the fact that my dad was Pakistani. So I think that's given all of us quite a grounded approach to kind of respecting others. I think that's the main thing that we've all had as kids.
My grandmother, who on my dad's side, and she's white, she's actually Irish, she's racist, she doesn't want mixed race grandchildren, and as a result of being mixed race, she's decided that she doesn't want anything to do with me.
One big issue has been, you know, when I've been kind of hanging around with sort of white British peers at school, and they thought it was okay to talk about things like Paki bashing around me. I obviously took exception to that, so, you know, that was kind of a big issue that I've always kind of felt was part of me being mixed heritage, you know, challenging kind of inequality, that sort of stuff. Another issue is around Christmas time. We were never allowed to have a Christmas tree, and that was a kind of bone of contention for ages, and finally my dad relented when I was about 14. He would always find excuses to make it less like Christmas, you know, so he'd go down to a Pakistani shop to kind of buy some milk or something just to prove that things were still open on Christmas Day. But that was always a kind of interesting day for us, Christmas, and it kind of brought out some of the key issues for us being mixed heritage as kids.
I think my journey to find an identity has been a longer one than a lot of people who have a fixed background, cultural heritage that has a tradition and a history. I've had to find out about mine, about indentured labour, Caribbean history, migration.
Our identity is shaped by the experiences of a varied heritage. But we're in a society that...
Where race is concerned,
We still see identity in black and white.
What does this mean if we want to create a fairer,
more inclusive society.
What do you
What do you think?
have your say?